Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Stillness and Bloom, where we reclaim peace, power, and nourishment right at home. Today, we're talking about urban homesteading in simple, grounding ways to nourish ourselves, even in the middle of the city chaos. During a food crisis, while we chat, I'll be making a sweet little batch of strawberry jam from store-bought strawberries. You know, food prices are rising everywhere. In fact, here in Canada, nearly 1 in 6 households face food insecurity. And large cities like Mississauga, Kingston, and Toronto are currently in a state of food crisis. That means many families are worrying about where their next meal is coming from, skipping meals, or relying on food banks. Globally, urban food insecurity affects over 30% of city residents, especially with inflation and supply chain issues. That's why more folks are turning to small ways to grow, preserve, and build a little food security even in an apartment. Now, if you've watched a few of my videos, you will notice that I am a food advocate and a foodie at heart. I have been preaching the gospel of the garden being the salvation of the poor, when the powers that be take the food away. And guys, no joke, it has started. But before I scare you away from the video, let me sweeten your palate with this jam recipe. I use 1 part fruit to 1 part sugar, 1/2 ounces pectin per lb cup, and lemon juice to taste. In this recipe, I use liquid pectin from the Certo brand, and it was not enough, so my jam was slightly runny, despite being boiled longer to thicken. I find the recipe I'm using simple, tasty, and the fresh lemon juice boosts the flavor. Get creative. I mix a ripe diced pineapple and kiwis in one set to mix it up. I say buy whatever's in season or on sale so you can buy in bulk. Making jam feels small, but it's a powerful act, preserving food, reducing waste, and having something sweet tucked away for harder times. Plus, your family will really enjoy the fresh fruit flavors. You don't need acres of land to be a homesteader. Balcony herbs, preserving seasonal fruit, even learning to it's about mindset. It's about saying I deserve to feel secure to nourish myself, even when the world feels uncertain. This is a few days and a few jars in. I have to put rations on the fresh canned fruit and jerkies, but it's worth the effort and the enthusiasm. Canning wasn't just for farmers. City folks did it too. They called them victory jars or shelves full of peace of mind. Taja, with food prices climbing and grocery shelves feeling uncertain, those same skills matter more than ever. If you're ready to take a step further, I've created a free, simple download with beginner-friendly instructions for canning store-bought meat, potatoes, veggies, and fruit so your pantry can bloom it and you can sleep at night. Knowing you're prepared, there's an old Jamaican proverb that says LAT prevention is better than cure. And during World War II, millions of families canned their own food to stay prepared. I've made it easy for you to try canning. Grab my free guide at store-bought foods to can with recipes and methods at Sister. I'm not here to offer flood warnings and tell you put on tinfoil hats. But what if your grocery store is shut down for a week? Would your pantry or family hold up? Each jar is a step toward peace, security, and self-reliance. To give you a quick verbal step, let's call it canning cliff notes. Step 1, gather clean jars, lids, and a pressure canner for meat and low acid veggies, or water bath canner for meat, fruit, and jams. Step 2, prep your food, also wash, chop, blanch if needed. Step 3, follow safe canning times and methods in the guide. Step 4, label, store, and feel proud, as so you've built security, 1 jar at a time. Step 5, monitor acetate, update and update your pantry items, including jars or cans. This free guide is more than a list. It's a shortcut to real food security. Inside, you'll get everything you need to safely preserve 10 of the easiest, most practical foods you can buy and get yourself CASIS, even in an apartment, has ISCS. Step-by-step instructions for meats, veggies, fruits, and more. Traditional and modern methods, so you can choose what works for you. Simple recipes like beef stew, Carol Soup Essay and my Chili con Carne. Clear? Reheating timelines for safety? Spoilage signs for safety? Whether you're a total beginner or dusting off old skills, this guide puts practical, nourishing food back in your hands. ICTs for free downloaded now. Stock your pantry. Breathe a little easier. Your future self will thank you. Homesteading isn't about perfection. It's about small, steady steps. A jar of jam, a sprig of herbs on the windowsill, a pantry you can trust. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe for more cozy, practical ways to reclaim peace. And share your own urban homesteading tips in the comments. And join the conversation at Stillness and Bloomin'. Let's create a community of nurturing, practical women interested in food, security, urban farming, and slow, empowered living. That's the video, guys. Leave a like, comment, or dislike. And as always, be good to yourself, be loved, and be blissfully happy.